Chaotic and unprecedented scenes erupted in Parliament today as MPs voted on the controversial Treaty Principles Bill. The Speaker suspending Parliament after Te Pati Māori and a public gallery interrupted the vote with a haka. It's now just past its first reading. This followed fiery and emotional scenes as politicians debated the bill for the first time. An MP even got kicked out while the labels liar, disgrace and KKK were hurled at the ACT Party. We begin tonight with senior political editor Benedict Collins.
Parliament boiling over with rage.
That is a fantastic, like the Gerry Browlee just going, oh no, knowing he can't do anything about it.
Parliament boiling over with rage. The Speaker taking drastic action.
The House is suspended until the ringing of the bells.
But pressure had been building all afternoon as the government's Treaty Principles Bill came before the House.
The bill does not extinguish...
Was she saying, do you want to go out? What was Chloe saying there? It's like she was saying, it's like she was almost going, do you want to go outside? Should we take this outside? I mean, honestly, it's like, do you want to go out? Let's do this again. Lip read, people, lip read.
As the government's Treaty Principles Bill came before the House.
The bill does not extinguish any right, it does not take from anyone, it reinforces the rights of the treaty as universal.
David Seymour says the current approach to treaty principles isn't working.
Liar.
What all of these principles have in common is that they afford Māori different rights.
Chewy, I need you to withdraw and apologise or you're going to be removed from the podcast.
No.
Okay.
No, you can withdraw and apologise to D's nuts.
Oh, that's so childish. Apologise and withdraw D's nuts, Mr. Seymour.
No,
from other New Zealanders.
But the rebuttal came fast and furious.
Shame on you, David Seymour. Ngāti Rehia will be ashamed that one of their sons has come up with a political stunt that looks to divide the nation. How dare you, David Seymour? You should be ashamed of yourself, and you are a liar.
Apologise for that last statement.
No, I can't do that.
Nah.
Going to have to ask the member to withdraw himself from the House for the rest of the afternoon.
Willie Jackson sin-binned, but unapologetic.
I think he's a disgrace.
Back inside, the temperature was rising.
Are you here to hold on to power at any cost?
Yep.
Or are you here to do the right thing?
ACT are seen to be pulling the strings and running the country, like the KKK with a swipe card to the beehive.
The vote, the final straw.
New Zealand National.
49 votes in favour.
ACT New Zealand. 11 votes in favour. New Zealand First.
8 votes in favour.
Sparking the haka. To Pati Māori, unrepentant.
This is all that I know, is to be Māori, and we didn't get the opportunity to challenge the bill as much as we would have liked to.
You can't have...
Yeah. How's that for a line? Did you notice there as well? Watch Debbie in the front row. She kind of, I don't know whether they're going to do it, but she's kind of like, come on, Darwin, let's go out in front. She gives him a little push. May not be, he might have been going out anyway, but really interesting just to watch Debbie kind of, this is what we're doing now. And then Hannah, basically saying, I was being Māori. This is what Māori do. You watch down the bottom.
Sparking the haka.
Yeah, here we go. You watch, see, look, little push.
Māori, unrepentant.
This is all that I know, is to be Māori, and we didn't get the opportunity to challenge the bill as much as we would have liked to.
You can't have very good arguments if you have to do that. If you've got a good argument and you can persuade people, you don't need to get up in their face. I think particularly making gun gestures and saying kino, that's the kind of people we're dealing with.
Hang on, was that Nicole McKee behind him? He said
she got all excited when he said
gun. Got excited because he said the word gun. I mean, maybe she was like, oh
David.
No, not my time. Not my time.
David, pull out an atlas. Sorry, the other atlas.
No, not that atlas. Put that one away. We know about that one, the one that you don't know about that you do know. But yeah, okay. Yes, go to it.
All secret. What country do you live in? That's what I want to know. Like, this is part of the expression of the culture of this country. Like, one of the arguments that I had today is that the parliament is a somewhat sacred place for the debating of ideas, and it's not the place for performative dance. And I just wanted to, I did want to, so I did. I told the guy that was showing his entire ass and showing his ignorance for not understanding what a haka is, what it is for. It's not performative dance. No one doing modern jazz and tap.
No. And you know, we'll have a few internationals watching us because since we've done a few things with a few American podcasters recently, just to let you know, the haka here, I don't know. I find the haka more of an emotional thing than the national anthem. Like I know I'm referencing sports ball, but I don't necessarily always watch the national anthem on the start of the All Blacks games, but I watch the haka. And that today was like, if you don't know what it is, Google like haka teacher's funeral or haka wedding. And it's everything from a challenge to to honoring someone to, you know, it's just and so when Seymour says that you shouldn't need to do that kind of thing, yeah, like you're saying, what country are you in? Haka means so much to so many people. It's actually exactly what you should do in this country. Chewy.
And this is my point when I was talking about the Westminster style. This is not the place for this. We express ourselves in this particular way, which is the same particular way that they do on the other side of the planet that they have done for hundreds of years. This is not the place for this. David, I disagree.
Yeah.
This is the highest level of government in this country. And that's why I say you need to pull out your atlas and work out where you are. You're not in London. You're not in London. You're in New Zealand. And a haka is an expression of extreme emotion. And when you are trying to fit that into someone else's cultural parliamentary processes, I think there needs to be an outlet. There needs to be a way of like this railroaded debate about whether the treaty means something to modern New Zealand. That makes my blood boil. My reaction to seeing this happen in the House today was of extreme pride. This could happen nowhere else.
Yeah.
This treaty that we're debating happened nowhere else. Every other colonial country was a bloodbath in one way or another. And New Zealand narrowly escaped it with some pretty ugly scars along the way. And now you're wanting to wash your hands of the document that got us this far? Fuck you, David Seymour. You're a liar. I will take someone like Hannah every day of the week over this poorly laundered, hardly dried suit that wants to get all pearl clutchy about someone doing a haka in his general direction. Fuck you, David Seymour. You still won't come on the show, so I don't feel like I need to moderate what I'm saying here.
Maybe I'll message him again this weekend. I'll drop him an email. Just for people who don't know, I mean, there's going to be some watching who think, oh, look at this lefty echo chamber. We ask, they don't come.
Right. You talked about the international side of this, right? We might have people from overseas watching what's going on. Look, I did notice this as this spread through Blue Sky. As a lot of Americans have come onto Blue Sky.
Yep.
They're running from Twitter like it's a burning ship.
Yep.
And they're like, can you guys explain what's going on? And the reaction has been pretty universal of like, so this is an out of order reaction to like it's an anti-racism protest sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, it's a cultural expression of emotion towards this. And they're like, this is the most incredible thing I have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the cultural cringe here, like this is what he wants. He doesn't want to see this. We want to stick within the staid, boring procedures of Parliament. But for the guys that have just had an election over in the States, which was a fight for years between two decrepit old white men, and then to see a woman of color get defeated by an incompetent, sexual abuser, decrepit old white man, to see a 21-year-old woman get up and set the house on fire tonight.
Yep.
How refreshing would that be?
Yep. All right. Let's let the liar continue for a sec.
Making gun gestures and saying kino. That's the kind of people we're dealing with.
Throughout it all, the Prime Minister was absent, heading overseas. It didn't go unnoticed.
Because there's a cowardly behaviour. There's absolutely no balls.
What do you say to people who think it's a bit cowardly that you're not here for the first reading today?
Look, APEC has been locked into the calendar. It's a really important event for New Zealand.
But with the hikoi on its way to Parliament, the Prime Minister will have plenty more music to face.
Yeah. So look, it's interesting actually. I'd like to know when the first APEC event starts, because I guarantee even if he had left at 3 this afternoon, he could have done something. So there's an element there that he chose not to. Look, if APEC, he literally got on a plane, he got off the plane and went to the first event, okay, I'll give him a break. I mean, we can still have the conversation that they actually, plan to do it on a Thursday because of that. You're about to tell me something, aren't you?
Started on Sunday.
Sunday just gone?
Yeah, Sunday the 10th of November to Saturday 16th of November.
So
he's late.